Here we go. Welcome back to another podcast here on this great insert day here. I believe it's Wednesday. Um, Basically, today's one of those days where I just have these thoughts. I'm just thinking about stuff. And one of the things I'm thinking about is, YouTube is a big part of our lives, obviously, and most of our friends' lives, because we wouldn't have known each other if it wasn't for YouTube. And there was a point in, I want to say 2012, maybe 2013, um, where basically YouTube took a big change, um, and they kind of made everybody
Everyone,
a part.
ev- everyone got partnerships.
Yes. So that was like a thing where nobody knew what that meant, because at that point you needed to have a certain amount of channel views, video views, subscribers, engagement on your channel in order to be considered for partnership. I remember filling out the partnership application like many, many, many times, Justin. I don't know how many times you did it, but I feel like
I
I did
think
it when I hit like
I think
600.
I know because if you fill it out and you don't get it, you have to wait 6 months so you can reapply again.
Yep. Yep.
So I did it. I did it. I think 4 times,
Okay.
maybe. I did it when I joined YouTube, obviously, because I didn't know what I was doing. I did it 6 months after that when I had
Hmm.
500 subscribers. I did it when I had almost 1,000 subscribers. But that didn't cut it because you need at least one video that had a lot of views. And then after this, my stupid dog is being annoying. Sorry. After I
Hmm.
had a video that got like 50,000 views in like a month, and that ended up getting me partnership.
That was a big thing. Getting like a ton of subscribers or views on a video was like, all right, time to sign up for partnership. So when they were about to switch over, I think there was like a 3 month time period where they were going to switch over to everyone in partnership. I decided to join a YouTube network, which a YouTube network is basically like a hub channel where you upload videos to it. They will take your channel and they will kind of bring it into their bubble and say, all right, you're partnered on your channel. You can start making money. You can have a banner on your channel. You can put ads on your videos. Um,
Unlimited view time. I mean, unlimited like
Upload
video
time.
time.
Yeah. So
10
that
minutes, 15 minutes, that's out the window. You could do 30, you could do an hour,
so
you could
that
do
was a
10 hours.
big thing. That was huge. And this network that I was a part of was basically like a tech. It was a tech channel. It was underneath the full screen like company. If you ever heard of full screen, they I don't know what they are now, but they were one of the biggest like networks along with like Maker Studios. Shit, Carl. Like Maker Studios was another one. I feel like Awesomeness TV started to be one around this time. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to jump on board and do this. So I was making tech videos for this place, and then I was making videos on my channel. So I was like doing like a full YouTuber schedule, while I was going to school and everything. Wasn't making barely a dime because anything that I made on the video, it had to go through YouTube, then it had to go through the network, then it had to go through, another thing to get to me. So I saw a percentage, a small percentage of that amount. And so I basically was connected to them for like 6 years, I feel like. And I wasn't making any money. I really didn't care. The channel that I was like making like tech videos for with everybody else, that like kind of just stopped like uploading things. I remember they were like giving me pointers on my video, and they were like, "Oh, like why don't you get a tripod?" Like I had a tripod, but it's like sometimes you just want to hold the camera and do vlog style. Well, obviously, no one really knew what vlog style meant back in the day. Um, but that was like one of those things where it was like, this is just a different way to upload a video. Everybody at that time, it's kind of like with wrestling YouTubers. They had their DVDs in the background, they had their merch in the background. In Ravi's case, they have their belts and their figures in the background. Well, every single tech YouTuber, they were looking at the camera, and behind them was a monitor or an iMac with the screensaver on, or they had their MacBook with the screensaver on, and they had like some kind of Yeti microphone. They had $20 speakers from Walmart, and maybe they had a gaming system. That was every single background for a tech YouTuber back in the day. Oh, and they probably had the Steve Jobs book on their desk. That was a big thing. So it was like, I wanted to break the mold of every single, thing that everyone else was doing. And it was interesting because when I was doing that, I wanted to do other things, and the other things were more fun. So like the wrestling videos was big at that time. Um, Doing videos like just vlogs of like school and stuff, that was fun at that time. And I just stopped making the tech videos for them, and then they just like shut down. Like I go to their channel, it's not even there anymore, I don't think. So that was kind of weird that they just like stopped posting. And then now in the year of 2020, kind of 2019, now I don't even know if networks exist anymore.
I
You know what I
remember
mean?
um, I was signed up. When I joined partnership, I
Hmm.
was partnered for like what 4 years, and then Breach was on a whatever what's that thing
Network.
called network. So he joined. He got like a 90-10 split. He referred me. They offered me a 70-30 or 80-20, and I was like, no, no, no. I'm doing what Breach does, 90-10. You know what I mean? Or I'm
Yeah.
out. They gave me the 90-10, and it definitely added features on my channel. Like even though I was partner, I was able to upload like if I wanted to do seasons of a show, like of a like an
Hmm.
episodic thing. I could do episodes and a season and like stuff like that, and that was fine. But then after I think about 6 months, I like stopped. Like they didn't help me at all.
Yeah,
And
that's
then
a big thing.
after that, like after a year, they kind of just like, oh yeah, we're kind of letting you go. And I was like, oh perfect. I didn't want to be with you guys anyways. But then after that, YouTube changed their guidelines where you have to reapply for partnership, and I kind of just lost everything after that.
It was the whole idea of like, you know, getting help, I think was the key thing for doing partnership,
Hmm.
along with making money. And now that you were able to make money on your own, it was kind of like, well, why am I here when you're not helping me at all, network, and you're just taking my money? You know what I mean? It's not like I'm making all that much money. I could barely afford like a wrestling ticket, let alone, anything. So that was like a big thing. But one feature that I was able to get out of it, which is kind of funny, because back in the day when full screen was rocking, they had like their own social networking platform that if you were a partner with them, you can use it. And one time I was like posting something, and this one channel or this one guy, he like responded and sent me a message. He was like, "Hey man, like, I do gaming videos, but I talk wrestling, over the gaming videos. You should check out my channel. Maybe we can collab, whatever." So I went to his channel. He had like a couple thousand subscribers, maybe like three to 5,000. I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. So I watched his videos. They were good. I subscribed. He would talk wrestling. One time I got into like a Call of Duty game with him, and I was like, oh, hey man, like I found you on the full screen thing a couple years ago, and blah blah blah. I don't know if you know. Do you know the name JD from NY?
No.
Like, so he now is like a big guy in the wrestling world, like in the wrestling Twitter online community. I think he got into some deep doo doo recently. So I don't want to like, praise the guy all that much because, the things that he said, I don't agree with. I don't remember what he said. I just knew I just didn't agree with it. But that was one of those things where it's like, I see people now like subscribing to this guy and like retweeting his stuff, and he's getting thousands upon thousands of views and subscribers and followers and stuff. And I'm like, this dude was like a nobody back when I started. So it's crazy to see where he, like the point that he got to. And it's also crazy to see some of the tech people that I knew back in the day. And back then, back in like between 2010 and 2013 to 2014, like the tech community was so small and no one really like looked at us. It was kind of like the wrestling where the wrestling YouTubers, we were all in our own world. You know what I mean? Like everybody knew each other, or like if I knew somebody, there was like a middleman, you know what I mean? Where everybody kind of had an idea of who was in the YWC. It was the same thing with tech YouTubers, where they were like everyone knew each other. Um, Everybody uploaded the same video, like the same like topic, but it was different styles of video. And I would look up to these people, and I would comment back and forth. I would tweet them and stuff like that. Ty's iPhone help was a big one. Soldier Knows Best was a big one. And then some of the names that people know today is TLD Today, Jonathan Morrison. I always thought that he was cool because his name was Jonathan Morrison, which obviously the mark I am. Oh man, John Morrison, blah blah blah. But he was from LA and he was a big Bulls fan, so I would always talk to him about the Bulls. And then MKBHD was like just a tech guy back in the day, and then he's honestly blown up to the point where it's like ridiculous how crazy popular he's gotten. That's one of those things where it's like it's cool to see all these guys, and like if how YouTube with wrestling has gotten to the point where there's actual like big people out of
There's
like the
actually people with
YWC.
million subscribers.
Yeah, and it's just like they were just guys or just guys and gals back in the day making videos just for the fun of it, and like it's crazy to see that on just a bigger scale. And now the tech community on YouTube is honestly one of the biggest communities that YouTube has. Like everyone makes tech videos now. Everyone makes unboxings now. Back in a time when people would joke about or make fun of, like, oh, like you're making an unboxing, you're making a video of people opening or of you opening a box. Like that's so stupid.
Remember,
What are you
remember,
doing?
remember when people made fun of us for unboxing toys and DVDs?
Yeah.
So they unbox toys now and makes millions of dollars a year. I remember my little niece is watching a video, and I'm like, "What are you watching?" She's just, and I see a toy unboxing. I'm like, "Let me see this."
Hmm.
And this kid had, I think, 8 million subscribers, and I'm like, Jesus Christ.
The one kid has toys now in store.
Oh, he
He's
has
got a whole
toys.
line.
Damn.
Like that Ryan's toy something, toy chain, whatever. Like the kid makes like millions of dollars like every month, and he's got toys in stores, and it's crazy because like you know,
You know, kids now make videos on their iPad as
yeah,
today we're gonna do an unboxing of this, and they just
I
make it.
know
They
it's
it's
wild.
not like a thing. It's just like it's not like a thing where they upload. They just make it, and like that's it.
Yeah, because like I saw a tweet from KFC Barstool. He he tweeted like his daughter was doing that with the like like they were just playing around, and he was like, all right, like I'll set up my phone, and she was like, oh, swipe up or leave a comment down below, like you know and I'm just like, this is the world that we've come to, where it's like a meme now, but it's actual like kids are now growing up back in a time, Justin, where nobody, if I said, oh, like I do YouTube videos, they're like, what do you mean? Like, what do you mean you do YouTube videos? What is that supposed to mean? You unbox iPhones? Why do you unbox iPhones? Like, back in
Box
that time.
who watches you open a DVD case? Why is your
Yeah,
video called Tuesday? I'm like, I don't know, but I get 1,000 views a week for some reason. I used to get more views on my videos. You know when you're doing something good and you're getting more views than your actual subscriber count.
there you go. Yeah, it's crazy. And I
I
remember
used to
like
be
when
getting
I
1,000 views on a video on DVD Tuesday, and I only have like not even 500 subscribers.
I remember like when I got my commemorative like WWE spinner, I was like, oh man, I gotta like make a video about this and do an unboxing, because not only is it a WWE shop unboxing, but it's also a belt, and people loved belts, people loved unboxings. So the two, gotta get tons of views. It's just crazy, Like we went from. I don't want to be like that, I feel like all the time when I think of YouTube now and just the internet now, I always feel like I'm that, grizzled old vet.
Yeah,
Yeah. Like I always feel like I'm like, oh man, back in my day, you would sit down in the locker room and
I
you,
didn't know you
you'd,
had a
you'd,
southern accent. Okay, it's fine.
you'd, you'd tie up your boots and you'd go and shake everybody's hand. Like I feel like I'm that old like veteran wrestler that sees like wrestling today, and they're like, man, like what happened to my heyday? Like I feel like that's what it's gotten to, but I
Now
don't
we're
know,
making
man.
videos like we're brand new people.
Pretty much. And in some cases, like that's good. Like I don't know about you, Justin, but have you ever thought about like making a brand new channel and uploading like maybe even something other than wrestling to it?
Sometimes, but then I'm like, I don't want to put in that work. I already have this one. I'll just stick to this.
Because I've seen like card people start from like 100 subscribers, and that's when I like find them, and like in months, in maybe like 2 to 3 months, they're already at 1,000 subscribers. It took me
And
years to get 1,000.
quit his channel, made 3 other channels,
True. There you go.
and now he has like almost whatever 10,000 subs on one, 150,000 subs on another.
Yeah. So there you go. That's why I'm like, I've thought of the idea. I'm like, you know, I don't want to like say anything because I don't know how like if it's going to take off on the ground, but like I've even started to kind of work on a channel and see how it goes, and just not tell anybody about it early until I get it kind of started. Because you never know. Like if it's a brand new channel, it'll work with the algorithm, and um, who knows? As long as I keep making videos and put effort into it and make it different than everyone else, you know, I think I think that resurgence will kind of help out. Because on my channel, like I don't know what my channel is anymore. My channel for like a couple of years, it became just like a trips, like uploading like trips that we've been
Year, you
on.
just be like, all right, another year on YouTube. Like you didn't make a video since last year.
Exactly. So um, it's yeah, I don't know. It's different times. Um, you just gotta work with it and see what happens. So there we go. There's our Grizzled Old Vet um, YouTube tales. There we go.
Reminiscing on the good old days, even though he's probably gonna look back in like 10 years, like, remember we used to make podcasts every day?
That's what I'm saying. And then podcasts are like a big thing. That's what I heard a quote that Spotify wants to be the YouTube of podcasting, and I've thought about it. And honestly, if they made something where you can just upload directly your podcasts or your music to Spotify, it had to go through like a cycle like it does with YouTube, where it filters to see for copyright or whatever. But if they did that, they would be the YouTube of podcasting.
Well, they have Rogan, one of the biggest podcasts in the world.
Yeah. So who knows? But I'll leave you with this.
By the way, talking about me redemption tour about getting my monetization back. I'm only 300 hours away of getting monetized again.
And they got to keep it up though.
And then someone is back
Someone in back. That's it. I'll talk to you in the next one.
tomorrow.